It has been too long since we've done StreamYard.
I love it. I love it. I love that.
Right. I need to change up the music so we have different music. And what I love for those of you that will be watching this little 20 to 30-minute segment, if you want to learn about StreamYard, they have music now.
Oh, I know. It's so cool what you can do. It's kind of
feeding the ducks.
Oh, hey. No, you know what? There's so many cool things you could do with StreamYard. It's kind of crazy how you can personalize it. Like even just what you're looking at right now is just all kind of custom, which is it just gives it that level of professionalism.
So much. So hi guys. It is Barbara and
Lupe. Hey everyone.
Woohoo! We are just coming on because we have a few things to share with you. But most importantly, this is on Friday. It's Women's Equality Day. And on Wednesday, we will be celebrating with TARRA Work Club and the Pledgettes, Jen Ewan, who is coming on board here in a moment to celebrate us women.
Yes, girl, every day, right?
All day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love this idea that Jen came up with just a couple of years ago. I think it was just before the pandemic. Might have even been longer than that. She'll share with us in a moment. This idea of course, bringing together a plethora of beautiful women's communities to celebrate us under one roof.
Yeah, no, and I think what's kind of neat, unfortunately, I think we missed it last year, but we heard really amazing things. And I think this year I'm going to be traveling, but you're going to be representing, which is awesome. Yeah. And so it's just a really kind of great way. I think a lot of you post typically in our community about connecting with other women, and you're looking for for other like-minded women to support you in your journey. And so if you're available, join us. We'd love to. You'll get all the details once Jen's all here with us, but it's just a great way to get into the Denver backyard and make some amazing connections that you never know. Could turn into partnerships, friendships, like sky's the limit on what the opportunity is there.
Exactly. And by the way, I had to update my readers. So I'm realizing, so this is what happens. You hit, a certain fabulous age and you need reading glasses, and then you need to up the power of the reading glasses. I was like, you haven't hit reading glasses yet, have you?
No, I would say my LASIK doctor did a fab job. It's been like 6.5 years now. I was just at the optometrist the other day, and I was like, "Holy smokes!" Okay. Eventually, I'm sure I'll get there. But for right now, I'm relishing in not having to wear any glasses.
Well, yeah. So these are some new readers for me. They're 250s now because I recognized a couple of weeks ago I couldn't read when my contacts were in, so I had to. But they're awfully shiny, so I've got to figure out a way to figure out this light.
Well, they're super cute too.
Thank you. So here's the deal. So we are going to bring on Miss Jen Ewan. Hello, Jen. Oh, whoa, Jen, where are you?
Hey, she's coming out she's making the appearance.
I know. Speaking of light. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here. I'm sorry that I'm not I didn't test my lighting. You know how it goes. The sun changes all the time. I can't keep up.
Well,
we're just jazzed you're here.
Exactly. You have a busy week. You have a busy week ahead. Tell us about what's happening.
I love that you put on the screen it's Women's Equality Week, because technically, as you shared, Friday is Women's Equality Day, but we want to extend it to a week because there is so much to celebrate. And like you guys shared, we can all come together to celebrate together. What I love about, we do this event twice a year, on Women's Equality Day and on International Women's Day. And
March 8th.
March 8th, yes. And so we're all complex women, and we can't expect to get everything from one community. Yeah. And so we need to build out our own communities, our own circles, our own sources of support and inspiration and celebration and fabulousness, who will help you find readers and talk about that with you.
I love it.
So we've got to bring all these different communities together to celebrate together, instead of having women choose, should I go to this one or that one? Let's just have one big party together.
one big party, and I love that you have partnered up with all of our friends, and you introduced us to Kate Bailey over at TARRA. So
Yes.
first, let's talk about TARRA and why TARRA.
Why TARRA? Because I've known Kate for years, and as she's been building out and evolving what TARRA is, and it's so cool to see it physically in a location now and to have a space to come together. And I think it's such a beautiful space. I love what they're doing. I like that they have different membership packages. I love the hourly packages, because some days I know, like, when it'd be like, oh, when co-working does like a day pass, I'm like, well, I have to find a day that I can be there for 8 hours and make the most of it. And that's not how my life works.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, let alone 8 hours. At a co-working spaces, we usually, it seems like a lot of times we're at a co-working space for a couple of hours and you go to a coffee shop or you come home and finish out the day with another 7 hours.
Yeah, no, but I think even beyond the flexibility that she offers and the space that now, like, so correct me if it's the first, right, women-owned co-working space for women specifically here in kind of like the greater Denver. Is that a correct statement, or is it?
Well, there's been
modified
Women
version
in
of it?
Kind. There's been Stacy at Rise.
But that currently exists.
Currently, yes.
Oh, currently, yes.
Yes, that currently exists. Let me make the distinction.
Great point.
Yes.
So that's kind of cool. Like,
Although Gina Shrek has one too. Gina Shrek, right?
Yes, the Village down in Centennial.
That's right.
Okay, so down south and then Denver.
Yeah. And I think like the Village it is women owned and badass women owned. I love them down there. But it's not a women focused space. It's a village. It's for everyone.
Got it.
Which also I think is a good opportunity to say that, like, TARRA is not exclusive women.
Right.
It's built for women, but there's certainly men that come. Men are invited to come if they want to celebrate Women's Equality Day with us. We did have a man who joined an International Women's Day. It's like, if you're an ally, we need allies. So cool. If your values aligned and like-minded and you want to celebrate with us, all are welcome.
Yay.
I love that. So let's talk about women's equality, because obviously our corporations, both of ours, are really focused on equality as a whole. Ours is focused on gender, ageism, equality in the workspace, in small business, and as Lupe likes to say, everywhere in between. And you are focused on the money side.
Yeah, I love the money side. And I think also, like, to not try to get everything from one community. Like, there wasn't a financial community that I saw for values-driven women. And so we are going to be celebrating our 3rd anniversary. We launched on Women's Equality Day in 2019. So yes, right before the pandemic. And so August 16th was the day for Women's Equality Day, because it was the certification of the 19th Amendment of giving women's right to vote in 1920. So we just celebrated. So this will be the 102nd year of that. But I think it's important to say that while the 19th Amendment included the women in the right to vote, it wasn't all women. It wasn't Black women. It wasn't women of color. It was a white woman thing. And so while we do celebrate it, we have to celebrate the progress that we've made, because whether it's a financial milestone, a business milestone, or an equality milestone, we have to celebrate progress, whatever it looks like. But we also have to acknowledge that there's a lot more work to do. So yes, women have the right to vote. It doesn't mean that all women vote. So we need to get out the vote. I saw a pin the other day that instead of November, it's going to be called Rovember, because women need to get out with all the pro and
I love that.
Mic drop. I love that, because it's usually Movember for the men.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need a little Rovember. So I'm excited to see, equality stuff like abortion being shown up at at the ballot box. Let's
Yeah.
hear what citizens really want, and let's have a strong voice in building healthier, wealthier communities for ourselves and for others.
Yeah. Well, and it's a part of the 19th Amendment, and it is kind of sad, let's admit it, that what happened this year, for those of us that are pro-choicers, meaning it's my choice, your choice, doesn't, matter, it's my body. The fact is that it's a part of the 19th Amendment. It was August 26th. And when you really think about it, it really wasn't that long ago that we as in women as a whole, and then as you said, women of color later, were even given the right.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
So I think like celebrating progress, like women of color account for 50% of all women-owned businesses as of 2019.
Wow,
So
50%. That's awesome.
And growing, right?
Yes, of course, probably, yes.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's so cool to just see how, I think there's kind of two ways that we can move progress along. One is on an individual level. We can say, I'm going to build wealth and use my money in values-driven ways to build healthier, wealthier communities. And two, I'm going to vote and use my voice and get legislation that promotes more equality, whether it's for women's sexual orientation, ageism, anything.
Yeah. And I think that's what's really cool about like even the event that y'all are putting together at TARRA, and organizations independently and collectively like ours and yours, that I think sometimes women, maybe think this is too big of an initiative. Like I'm going to, like I can't get behind legislation, or I can't affect legislation because I'm just one woman. But the thing is like, you can help on a micro level, on a macro level. Like that's the beauty about you being in control of what you want and to see the outcome. And even if it's like saying, hey, I can't affect legislation like right now, but I can shop women owned. I can, support women owned. There are conscious things that you can do as one person that could move all of us collectively forward. And I think that's the beauty, and that's the collective message behind bringing organizations like ours together, to show that independently we can do things, but collectively we can be a freaking powerhouse.
Totally. And what we like to say at the Pledgettes is that each individual money move you make has a ripple effect to build healthier, wealthier communities. Because if you're talking about money with your friends, with your nieces, with your daughters, with your mothers, with coworkers, then you're inspiring them to take an active role in their personal finances. Or if you're using your money in ways that directly benefit others, if you want to leave a legacy to a women's organization or nieces or daughters or whatever you want to do with your money, shop women-owned businesses or invest in communities and personal development. However you want to use your time, money, and energy, that is going to have a ripple effect. And that's what I love about coming together on these days.
Yeah, that's absolutely, that's so true. And I'm going to pop this up so that people know what we're talking about. It's Women's Equality Day celebration. So the actual day is on Friday, the 26th, but we are jumping ahead because that's what we do around here, is we are celebrating the whole week. And on a hump day, we're going to have a big party, basically. So what can we expect? Poor Lupe is going to be away in California. But
I know, but I'm going to be there in spirit.
Yeah.
Anywho, I'd love to hear the dish on like what's on the agenda.
So on Wednesday, we are going to have 10 communities join us. So there'll be 11 different Denver women communities that you can come and meet. They'll all kind of have these activities that you can do at the tables and booths with them that'll help you get to know them a little bit more. Like Women in Sustainability is going to be talking about women farmers and soil and where food comes from.
I love that.
And Undestructible, which is an organization that helps women coming out of intimate domestic violence, is going to be showing their plant propagation systems. They have I Give a Shit pens for sale. And they will, and talking about how they're offering jobs to women that are leaving domestic violence, because there is a lot of financial violence and financial abuse
What is that, Jen? What is that?
Financial violence.
Yeah.
So financial abuse, think about it like if it takes a lot to leave, right? So if you are living with an abusive partner and they're controlling everything that you're doing, they're certainly controlling the money too.
Right.
So how are you going to get the money to get an apartment or to get a plane ticket or to get any means of leaving the situation? Many women feel that control, that they don't have access to their money. And oftentimes when women get married, banks will often encourage women to keep at least one bank account in their name solely.
Oh, that's good.
So that there is kind of, I guess, an escape route if needed, but that you're not, that you have access to money should you need it. But yeah, TARRA is an awesome resource for learning more about that and supporting her nonprofit. They're doing fantastic things. There'll also be 2 of their plant propagation systems will be part of our giveaway. We have some awesome giveaways, including a 1-year membership to Second Act Women. So there'll also be prizes. There'll be food and beverage. And my favorite part is that you'll get to meet financial friends. So we have
that financial friends. What's that?
As you guys know, these are our money conversation starter questions. We've got a whole deck of these cards. So we're going to get into small groups and just have some healthy, wealthy money talks. What was the most pivotal moment of your career? How do you celebrate achieving a financial goal? What
that.
What does retirement look like for you? So these are all questions that you can start building trust and credibility with other women to have money conversations and celebrate what you're doing and share experiences and ask questions. So it's great.
So cool. So in addition to learning about new communities, you're going to actually have some exercises. Hopefully you're going to walk away with some new ideas and some new strategies to employ. And you can have a freaking blast just hanging out with other fabulous women on a very special day. I love it. It's a win-win, like across the board.
So win-win. Jen, can the ladies come and work from TARRA all day on Wednesday?
Well, not all day on Wednesday.
Okay.
So our event on Wednesday is from 4 to 8. But if you guys joined, well, whether or not you joined the Free Bird Fridays with Second Act Women at TARRA last week, the Pledgettes is hosting Free Bird Fridays this Friday at TARRA. So you can come for a full co-working day on Friday, which is Women's Equality Day. And if you can't make either of those, if you're not in Denver, Friday we're doing a virtual happy hour that is a financial friends chat. So we'll be doing these money conversations with people all over the country. So we've got 3 things for you to participate in this week. Wednesday at TARRA, 4 to 8. Co-working at TARRA all day Friday, and then virtual financial friends Friday at 4.
I love it. And you heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
And then you sleep the rest of the weekend away to catch up with all of it.
I'm probably going to be like so wide awake and buzzing from all the good conversations all week that like I'll be ready to like run through a brick wall because it's so exciting to be with women and like just feed off each other's energy.
There's nothing like it. We were there on we as in as you mentioned, a lot of the Second Act community members and TARRA members, and it was just buzzing with excitement and joy and purpose. And people were, we were all getting to meet each other. And I love that we're back to being in public, but I also love connecting and communizing. That's not a word.
I was going to say, that sounds like a barbarified word, right?
A barbarified word.
I'm going to use it this week.
Right. With so many dynamic women. It was so wonderful. And I'm so excited about doing that again this Wednesday, this Friday, since you're sponsoring that one. And then on top of that, we have on Thursday morning our breakfast club with Wendy Lee. Pretty excited. Oh, that was the unplugged. We have this. And look, Jen, you're in the picture.
Oh, hey, we didn't plan that any better. Shoot.
So it's and you know what? They're going to be learning. This is a social, at the Clayton, where we'll also be talking about finances and grants and things that are available to women. Doesn't matter the age, and men. Brought to you by Energize Colorado. So we're excited to have Wendy Lee. So this is a full week of conversation with dynamic women from across the metro area. Yeah. It's really going to be exciting.
I love it. And Energize Colorado is such a fantastic organization. They joined us at International Women's Day, and they really came out of the pandemic to celebrate, to support small businesses. And I love that they're continuing
That's so cool.
to do awesome work.
They did. What did they do for us, Lupe?
Oh, well, they hooked us up with some cash. That's what they did. They supported. Actually, they've been just a really powerful partner of ours and really strong believer. They've helped us with a series of just kind of connections, introductions, but then also financial support through their grant system, which, by the way, if you haven't checked it out, you have to go over to Energize Colorado. If you're, local Colorado-based organization, they're serving a variety of underserved communities, predominantly women included, but also rural communities and veterans and other kind of independent organizations or companies. But they're just a really great group of citizens, honestly, like locals that just said, hey, you know what, our community needs some help and we're here to do that. And then they just have been scaling and growing through their collaboration with Polis and kind of just doing their thing. So
Well, we just want to say thank you to you, Jen. Where can people find you? Not just today, tomorrow, Friday, but forever. Where can they find you?
Find us at thepledgettes.com, and we're on the socials of LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook at the Pledgettes. And if you are not able to join us this week and you just want to have a healthy, wealthy money chat, send me an email, Jen, Jenn, at thepledgettes.com. I'd love to have just a nice chat like this with you.
And I was going to say too, just a plug for those that are Insiders members in your printables, we actually partnered up with Jen. What was it? A couple, I think last year for one of our CEO days. And we created a money mindset and kind of a money matters type of workbook, which is in your Insiders printables. So you can start there as well too, and kind of then have that segue conversation with Jen as she invited you to do so.
And Jen, we will invite you. The pandemic, I think, it has stopped in our way of doing a part of that session. We will. I know that Lupe has been dying to do this, so we will talk about bringing you back for that.
We'll talk about
because that's right. Because that we were doing that all day, huh, Lupe? We were doing budgets.
Because you know what? Here, I think that is the most important thing across all communities, especially women, female communities. You can do social good. You can create impact. You can make this world a better place and still get paid. Like, that's the thing. Like, there is no, I need to do this as a nonprofit. I need to do this and give my time away. No. Like, we can all change the world and make it better, but we also need to make sure that we're creating, generational wealth, that we are, feeling good. Our relationship with our money is awesome. So those are the things that we want you all to walk away with and feel good about negotiating that salary or charging your worth in your own business.
Yeah. Agreed.
And I loved being at the conference with you guys last year.
Yeah, Biz Live.
Yes, because we talked about aligning your money with your spending. Well, first, understanding your values, and then aligning it with your spending, your earning, your banking, your giving, and your investing. We had some really fast tips, very actionable stuff that people can do. And it was so much fun. I love your community so much.
Oh, honey, you're coming back. I know Lupe is already going to be looking at the calendar soon.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll
figure it out. We'll figure it out. So we want to say thank you. Lupe, stay on the line. We're going to talk about Unplug and Career Camp real quick. But we want to say thank you for even asking us to take part. What an honor it is to take part in your event on Wednesday. Really, Jen. We love you, girl. We hope your leg is doing better.
Oh, yes. I don't have a brace anymore for my
she's fully mobile now.
She's mobile. Watch
It's
out.
Awesome, Jen. Well, best of
Thank
luck, girl, and
you.
congrats on putting together just an amazing event to bring all our women's
Yes.
communities together.
Thank you. Can't
Absolutely.
wait to see you
Mwah.
there.
Bye,
Bye.
girl.
Lupe, how exciting. I know that, I was thinking about that when you mentioned it. I'm like, we have all those really great, all that great information that you two put together for the money.
Yeah, it's a really great workbook.
Yeah.
It takes you into like just your kind of how your money mindset came to be and how you can kind of change that and what you can do. It walks you through several different exercises that we co-created, and it's just a really great resource, and it's available included in your membership. So insiders, don't forget to check that out.
All right. So we're going to really briefly remind everyone about what's happening. We've got some exciting news for Unplugged, which is our fall retreat, our first ever retreat. Right here in our backyard at Douglas County Library's event hall, and also outdoors. It's going to be so exciting. And of course, my dog wants to join by this conversation. And so I know she hears your voice and she's like, "Where's Lupe?"
She's like,
and so what's exciting is we got this amazing book, the Mindfulness Journal from Maya over at Random House. So everyone gets this. And it's actually a book full of things to do. I love it.
Pretty cool.
It has me, and I think you already do this, thinking about when you're walking, feeling the earth underneath you and looking at the sky.
It's the idea of being present. Yes, 100%. 100%.
You're learning that. You already knew that, but you're also taking your own coursework with Yvette. And then we're getting this book thanks to Douglas County Libraries.
That's an awesome read if you haven't read it yet.
This is a good one. So lots of great things. That is Unplugged on Saturday, September 10th, starting at 8:15. It's all day, and you know how we roll. It's going to be a very fun, interactive day, hands-on activities. You're going to walk away with, and I don't have it with me, your own self-care kit that you're going to make, because you're going to fill it with goodies like this. And then we're going to head over to Postino's or someplace after to celebrate. And one of the fun parts is we want you to not dress to impress.
Amen.
Right? I know you're excited about that.
I don't have an issue rolling in yoga pants, let me tell you.
Exactly. Joggers, snakes, a t-shirt, hair pony, you're good to go. We are not there to dress to impress. We're there to do a digital detox. Yeah. And then, look at, thank you, Jen. Oh, she said it right back to Sydney. So, and then tell them really briefly, and then we'll jump off about what.
Yes. So career camp. So for all my career focused women, whether they are currently unemployed, looking for a job, you are wanting to change careers maybe after 40 and 50 plus, or you're currently in a job and you're just looking to level up, please join us October 28th and 29th over at Microsoft's South Denver offices. We're going to be hosting it in real life as well as virtual. So we have two different types of ticket options, but this is really a 2-day kind of session to really bring women together to talk everything about like, hey, how to kind of create a positive mindset, how to reset, how to really position yourself and all the experience and value that you bring at 40 and 50 plus, how to negotiate, your salary, how to avoid career burnout. I mean, we've got just an amazing lineup. And what we're super excited is that in addition to that, we are going to have the author, Carrie Hannon. She is a workplace futurist, a speaker. She is a senior columnist over at Yahoo Finance and the author. And she has just written some amazing work and done some fabulous research around ageism and how to kind of really stay relevant and own the second act of your career life. So she is going to be leading a session over at Career Camp, and Insiders Bonus will get that book included in your ticket. It's an opportunity to get it signed also from Carrie while she's in town. But we're going to have collaborative circles and panels. Yeah. I mean, we've got people from Western Union and DocuSign and Vail Resorts and it's just a lineup. Y'all have to just go to Career Camp.
Yeah, it's so fantastic. I love it. And so, you've been working really hard on that activity, on that project, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And we have so much more to share with you that Lupe and I and the team are working on. So we appreciate you. We hope you have a very good day. Lupe, stay on the line. I just had another idea.
Oh my God.
And we wish you the best. of Women's Equality Week.
Absolutely. And y'all can learn more about both events over at secondactwomen.com.
Boom! Mic drop.
All right. Peace out. Have a good one.